Nerd Takes. I'm Justin.
I'm John.
I'm Brian.
We're here to talk about the Hirsch Single Barrel 2021. A little bit about Hirsch. This is according to their website. In 1974, when A.H. Hirsch first imagined his now legendary bourbon, it's legendary, he set the gold standard for thoughtful American whiskey. Today, Hirsch continues to pursue whiskey. We're already getting into it. I like it. As an explorer might consider uncharted territory, we believe the world is full of possibility. There's always room for discovery, and craft is best balanced with experimentation. With obsessively, I'm not done yet. With excessively discerning selections, Hirsch continues to blaze trails for the adventurous. So, real quick about this bottle. Number one, it's 6 years aged on the front. It also is 7 years, 9 months on the back, apparently. So we were, I don't know if it's because of COVID. 6 years on the front. It actually was aged almost 8 years.
Well, and I think with the barrels that they chose, it was a minimum of 6 years.
It's a minimum statement.
But for this one, it's 7.9.
Well, it says a proof of 135.8, which is pretty damn high, but a barrel entry of 62.5, which apparently is legally the highest it can be to enter the barrel. Right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Our resident expert.
I looked that up.
Really cool. Yeah. Well, I was verifying.
Hey, believe me.
What's really cool is everything on the barrel or the bottle is handwritten, which we always appreciate.
Yeah, so you can see that they messed up the three.
Numbers. So this is considered sourced bourbon, which means it's distilled in Bardstown, but actually bottled elsewhere by Strong Spirits Incorporated, also in Bardstown.
Which is also in Bardstown. So they just shipped it across the street.
Yeah, said bottle this. This is actually the first ever single barrel offering by Hirsch. And it debuted in honor of Bourbon Heritage Month, which was September of this year. And it's a limited batch, just 57 aged single barrels of bourbon. So there's really not that many to go around.
Nope.
And as they say, quote, this release is a testament to the company's ongoing journey to curate the best American whiskey and set new standards of excellence in this category. This is barrel 34. Bottle 42 of 165. So these guys are going to taste. We're all going to taste and give a real quick breakdown of what we think about it. Everyone's tasting. According to their website, the nose offers a bold dark cherry, roasted caramel, and cinnamon fragrance. Brian obviously agrees with that. The palate is a marriage of herbs and soft peppery flavors.
Herbs.
I like herbs.
Herbs.
And finally, the finish. It's long and dry with a sweet chocolate taste that lingers afterwards. The cost is roughly $80, but obviously it depends on availability, and there is limited stock for this.
We paid $85 for this one.
So, real quick, Brian, thoughts on the nose palate finish?
It's not bad. It is not necessarily my style of bourbon. It's stylized, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But I admire their willingness to take a risk. But with risk sometimes comes, I'm not a huge fan of this.
Failure? That's the word. That's the word you're looking for.
That's the word I was thinking of, but I'm not a huge fan. I think that it's hot. It burns on the way down, and it burns deep down into my Prilosec-laden stomach.
The OTC.
Yeah. And it is kind of one-dimensional. It's got kind of a burnt sugar thing going on. Yeah. And then that just lingers through the front, the mid, and the back palate, and then carries all the way down to my stomach. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan.
It's okay. We don't work for Hirsch. Lambert, what do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hot.
Yeah.
It drinks hot. And then again, it is hot. It's 135.
Sure.
So, I mean, I don't think I dislike it as much as Brian does.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I expected to like this a lot more because I love super hot stuff and I want high proof and I want like the I mean,
it doesn't have the complexity that you would expect.
Yeah, it's just
the complexity,
it is straight up like just
the
alcohol.
depth.
Yeah, it's one-dimensional.
Yeah,
it's a lot of heat. It's not, and again for me, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it is one-dimensional.
As an old professor of mine, Nicky Junker, rest in peace, would say, I wouldn't kick it out of bed for eating crackers. However, it's not what I'm going to choose. If I'm at a restaurant and I'm going to have that glass of bourbon to finish off the meal, right? That I'm going to pay $20 a shot for.
Mm-hmm.
I would be disappointed.
Well, what's your rating? On a Luke Skywalker scale.
On a Luke Skywalker scale,
what would you give it?
I think I just kissed my sister. I mean,
Goodness.
It's got some good qualities to that.
Goodness.
It's got some good qualities, but I just don't feel right.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Lambert?
I don't think I'm going to hate on it that much. Damn. 3.
Yeah.
3. Trace. Everybody,
Wow.
Trace. Sorry, everybody. I'm looking at the because I don't know the scale by heart yet, and let's be honest, I never will. I'm gonna go Hoth, Luke. I don't dislike this. I think there's some redeeming characteristics of it, but it drinks hot. Like it drinks younger than it actually is. Because 7 years, 9 months is staring us in the face, but like it drinks a lot younger than that for whatever reason. Like I read that and I'm thinking it's gonna be a little bit smoother, and it just isn't for some reason.
Yeah, I'm surprisingly based on how much I like the hot stuff. I think that most
and you
people
like
would
the hot
say
stuff.
He's probably gonna give this I don't know,
A 10.
a red Luke. Oh, I see him.
Fucking
a red
10.
Luke. But I'm actually kind of leaning with Lambert and Brian too, where it's not as good as I expected it to be or as complex, and so I'm gonna go with Force Ghost Luke.
Okay.
So we're
5 out of 10. So
Second Force Ghost Luke of the night.
between you guys, but don't get me wrong, I may start some nights with this just to burn the taste buds off and then enjoy myself the rest of the night.
So
or end the night with it and just
Or end
knock
the night
yourself
and
out.
say, guys, it was a good night.
I would also like
Good night,
to
everybody.
try this again in a few months' time,
Okay.
and give it time to
Breathe
and see what happens. Because
Yes. Absolutely.
because the only thing I'm talking about is what I'm tasting today.
Right.
And if that's the
and let's
neck
be
pour,
honest, like we just opened this
popped that.
right
Yeah.
before we recorded, so this is a fresh crack, just open. It's breathed for 5 minutes.
Yeah. So if we talk about the neck pour philosophy or theory,
Yep,
Sure.
yeah,
absolutely.
I'm curious.
We'll revisit this. The Hirsch, the Single Barrel 2021. Nerd Takes.
Nerd takes.
Nerd takes.
See ya.